Hi, this is Shirley from Alaska, the Herb Lady. We're going to talk about the circulatory system today. And if you know anything about it, you have to keep it unclogged or you're going to run into a lot of trouble. It says every day your heart beats 100,000 times. And I teach that in class all the time. And in order to push 2,000 to 5,000 gallons of blood, it depends on how tall you are, how much you weigh. We went, when the kids was real small, we went to a museum, and I think it was the third or fourth floor. They had All Health on it. And we was in there, and we was pushing blood through the veins and arteries, and this was a normal person. And then we went over to a person that was overweight, 20 pounds overweight, and they had two things, more veins. And I thought, whoa. And it hit me all at once when I chelate people, if they're overweight, if it's another 200, if they're more than 20 pounds, I have to do another month of chelation on them. And I found something out just by squeezing that blood through them. We have 60,000 miles of veins and arteries, but we clog them up with, main thing is with sugar. If you eat way too much sugar, it clogs them up, or something acid, fat clogs them up. If you don't have enzymes, lipase is the enzyme you should take to break down the fat so it doesn't clog you up. I mean, you do not have to be clogged up. You choose to be clogged up, because if you keep away from all the fried foods correctly, lots of salads, like a big salad like this and a small steak like this, you can eat like that. If you're O blood, now if you're A blood, you eat a big salad like this and a fish like this, or chicken or turkey. It depends on what blood type you are. But because I've had a lot of friends here lately, I got Christmas cards and they had strokes, and that is a no-no, because they're like 10 and 12 years younger than me. And this year, my husband just turned 80 and I'm turning 80 in September. Okay, heart disease is #1 killer in the USA. About a half of 1.5 million heart attacks are victim under the age of 65, so you don't have to be old. In fact, I know a boy that was 12 years old that was taking, they was giving them some kind of meds, the poor boy, and it caused him to have a heart attack. Yeah, so you just don't want that at all. You don't want that. Women, they quickly have heart attacks if they go into the menopause. So that's why you want to go in healthy, not, If you have circulatory indication, is lack of energy, bags under the eyes, smoking, poor concentration or memory, stressful lifestyle, loss of hair, sore painful joints, low endurance, slow recovery from illness, high fat fiber and high carbohydrates and low protein. When I lost 2 bags of blood, and they gave me 2 bags of blood at the hospital when I broke my leg, because the guy didn't know how to put that metal in without my permission. And when he put it in, he gave me somebody else's blood, and it took me years and years and years to trying to get back to where I was. Because when you take vitamins and minerals, you got all this energy. And when you get somebody else's blood that doesn't have anything in it, I mean, you feel like you're going to die. So people don't realize how bad it can be. So you want to you want to be able to eat your protein, eat your vegetables and salads, and try to do it organic if you can. After the lungs have replaced the blue blood with red, it replaces carbon dioxide with oxygen. The heart pumps it throughout the body via arteries. The arteries is living tubes with an outer layer of muscle. And more muscle you have, more it will squeeze through. They allow the nutrients to be delivered to adjust according to the part of the body that needs it the most. This causes a change in blood pressure. Extreme nervous tension may cause a general vessel contraction that makes the blood pressure soar, causing the heart to work harder. That's why you need to be taking vitamins and minerals every day. Because when you're missing niacin, B6, B12, when you're just missing one of them, it shows up and it puts a lot of stress on the heart. The heart needs all the vitamins and minerals that it can have to beat all that times. I mean, you got to remember, at 100,000 miles, 60,000 miles and 100,000 beats, it beats. The capillaries are the thinnest ones. They carry the blood to the areas of the farthest part from the heart. The veins carry the oxygen full of carbon dioxide and other waste material to the kidneys. One complete cycle takes 20 seconds. So every 20 seconds. Now, some people it's a lot slower than that because their veins are clogged up. But like when we stick them on our machine, some of the young people, the machine it takes 5 minutes. But other people, it takes longer than that because the veins are much slower. The one-way valve in a leg can help ease the heart work. The lymphatic system is completely separated from the blood vessel, from the blood system. It is still part of the circulatory system, but because it regulates the blood plasma trapped in the tissues, lymph fluid not only helps to clear the tissue space, but forms an important part of the immune system. Now, when you have trouble with your circulatory system, you either have build-up cholesterol, high blood pressure, and how many people you know have high blood pressure? Do they ever work towards getting it down? No, they just take the pill and they say, it's taken care of. No, you need to work towards getting it down. And most time it's lack of potassium that causes blood pressure. The plaque, you get plaque, you get stress, poor circulation, and heart disease. It says cholesterol levels become dangerous when the vessel is unprotected and has low levels of vitamin E. And I found that out today. I've read this and taught this class many a times. But vitamin E, when you don't have enough in your body, causes the cholesterol to go high. And also causes your thyroid not to work right. So vitamin E, what I sell is vitamin E with selenium because you only need a little bit of selenium. Some people take way too much, but I sell it with the right amount of selenium with vitamin E, and it works really, really well. If you have lack of energy, if you've been smoking, hair loss, or any of that stuff, think about this. Okay, let's go into the heart. The heart, if you ever see people with a big red nose on the end, almost looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they have heart trouble. I mean, a lot of people knows that, and if they check it out, their heart has trouble. And then a crease in the tongue from the tip to the back, that's heart problems. Cold hands and cold feet you need to chelate. And if it runs in the family, and why you get things that runs in the family, only because you was brought up with the same food they eat. And the food is what causes a lot of good or bad stuff. And the first thing that it says to take is cardio assurance. I sat under the pharmacist that invented this, and he was a pharmacist for 20 years. And he said, I can make herbs that just like for blood pressure and to open veins and arteries around the heart. And so we have blood pressure X for people that have high blood pressure, or let's say they're close to it, because your blood pressure should be always under 140 and 90 over 140. It's got to be under that. And I have people walking in 200 and all that. And I tell them, you go see the doctor. And they said, well, the doctor gave me pills, but I'm not going to take them. I said, you better take them because when you have something like that, you can have a heart attack. It's not worth it. Take the pill till you can get it down. I mean, it won't take long if you eat right. And so cardio assurance is one that he made, and I was there in his class while he was teaching it, and it was really neat how he did it. Cardio assurance is herbs and nutrition, protects the heart from diseases and damage, supports the heart function, and strengthens the heart. And then the blood pressure X helps the heart to be controlled, the danger of high blood pressure regardless of the cause. It inhibits damage to cells due to antioxidant and helps to relax and dilate blood vessels to encourage and improve blood flow. And the next one is CoQ10. CoQ10 is supposed to be in every one of your cells. And as you get older, it's in the younger people if they eat the broccoli and the vegetables. But if they don't eat vegetables, CoQ10 they're lacking. And it's for the heart. And I've seen many a time people have heart trouble because of lack of CoQ10. Or let's say they had a stroke, but they was taking CoQ10. They don't have the side effects. They may have one side effect, but not all of them, because CoQ10 puts oxygen in the cells. CoQ10 is essential energy for every cell and may help prevent heart disease and high blood pressure. CoQ10 is an antioxidant and is used in dental practice for fighting gum disease. CoQ10, I said in the doctor that was inventing how to absorb CoQ10, because a lot of the CoQ10 that you get out on the market, you may absorb 20%, he said. But he said in his lab, he finally found one that we could absorb. The one we have, you can absorb 100% of it. So I was real happy with that one. Okay. Now, blood pressure problems, you don't want to be over 90 over 140, or if it runs in the family, or if you're getting older, or if you're diabetic, you can have high blood pressure. If you smoke cigarettes, or if you're overweight or under stress, you can have high blood pressure. And blood pressure X really, really helps. It opens the veins and the arteries, and it lets the blood flow, and the cardio assurance goes along with it. The next one is the cholesterol. If you're O blood, you can go up to 250, the books that I read. But the average is not over 200 on the other blood types. And the high density HDL levels less than 35. If it's less than 35, you need to work on your cholesterol. And a lot of times if you eat too much sugar and low protein or stress or high fat and low fiber, and what helps is high-potency grape pine. High-potency grape pine is a powerful antioxidant that helps to prevent cell damage and free radicals. The combination of antioxidant has been shown many times to be more powerful than vitamin C and E, and it improves the integrity of the collagen fibers. It strengthens the tissue, skin, blood, vessels, muscles, cartilage, and connective tissues. The next thing that you could be taking is fat grabbers. Fat grabbers, it's really a wonderful product. You take it, and what it does, it absorbs any undigested fat or any floating around in your blood and takes it out through the waste material. So fat grabbers, in fact, some people can take 4 in the morning and 4 in the evening, and we had one group, they lost 16 pounds. I think they did it for 3 months, but the ones that didn't, they only lost like 2 pounds or something, but they lost 16 pounds when they took fat grabbers, because, and they all ate the same stuff. They had the same diet and everything like that. When taken with these ingredients, the stomach helps to trap the fat molecules from the stomach and prevents the absorption and takes it into the bloodstream, and then it goes into the colon. Okay, cardio LDL is for cholesterol, and cholesterol reg 2. That's really good. A lady bought some of that the other day, and I was reading it out loud, and everything I read I think I need, and I don't even have high cholesterol. Because we eat so many salads, we don't have high cholesterol. Ours is not even over 180 and 90. Okay, congested arteries is caused by high blood pressure, cold hands and feet, sore, any sores that won't heal, being absent-minded all the time, medical diagnosis of hardening of the arteries. You need Mega-Cal. And Mega-Cal is what you can chelate with, or you can take it as a vitamin. It's a high-potent vitamin and mineral supplement, contains herbs, amino acids, and nutrition designed for the circulatory system. The minerals are chelated into amino acid, and it helps to remove plaque from the arteries, and it just helps. It helps. Me and my husband has done it 3 times now. To go through the whole program, you have to go through your age. You divide your age by 10. So I think we was 50 back then, and so we did 5. But we was more than, you got to count if you're overweight, and we was overweight. So we did a couple more months besides that. But he had an ankle that he had hurt when he was in the Army, and every time he put his foot down, it would scream till he started walking on it. It just hurt so bad. But after he chelated, it didn't hurt at all. It opened up the veins and the arteries there, down all the way down to his ankle. Because it starts at the heart and goes around and goes around and goes around till it gets all the way down there. And then I had a lady that called me from a school. It's a job corps school, and she wanted me to come over and teach on herbs. And she was a cooking teacher, and I said, these are not for cooking. Oh, you can use them for cooking, some of them, ginger and stuff like that. But I said, this is for your body to repair it. She said, I know. I want you to come over. After she talked to me, she said, I was going to give you 1 hour, but she said, you got enough information to talk to 2 hours. I said, okay. So I went on over, and she wanted me to talk about chelation. So I did, and I talked about cholesterol and all that stuff. And anyway, she took me to her office, and she sat me down, and she said, I want to chelate. I said, okay. And she said, tell me what I need to do. And I told her, and she said, my husband will stop by and pick the stuff up. So she did, and it took about 3 weeks, and she called me, and she was really excited. She had went back to the doctor. Now you got to remember, you cannot chelate in 3 weeks. But she was on her, you start out the first week 1 and 1, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then the second week 2 and 2, third week 3 and 3. So she was on 3 and 3. And she was over 140 pounds. If you're 160, you go up to 6 and 6. So she hadn't even got up to chelation yet. And she went to her doctor, and they was testing it to see if it was doing anything. And her points on chelation, it went down 30 points. She was so excited. And see, back then I didn't talk about the blood type diet or anything. We just chelated. And so I just thought that was so neat how hers went down. And she was so happy. I mean, she was happy. Because she didn't want to go on medicine or anything by being a cooking teacher. So I thought that was really neat. Now your blood vessels, when you have congested arteries, it could be high blood pressure, cold hand, feet, absent-minded, and it could be hardening of the arteries. And I told you Mega-Cal. And the next one is ginkgo hawthorn. Ginkgo hawthorn. Ginkgo's the one that increases the circulation, and hawthorn is for the heart. It strengthens the heart, and it helps less fatigue and helps you not have shortness of breath. Ginkgo dilates the blood vessels and improves circulation and puts oxygen in the cells. And scientifically proven for the nervous system. I thought that was really neat. And the next one is netazyme. Netazyme is an enzyme that goes in there and like Pac-Man. and cleans up the plaque and everything like that. So you can get your plaque cleaned up and take your Netazyme. You only take one. I mean, you don't take a lot of Netazyme, but it moves. And the other one is congestion veins. That's when you have varicose veins, hemorrhoids, or spider veins. And we have a herb that's called varicose veins, and it's called Varagon. And I had a guy that came in, and his wife's the one that brought him in. And I think he was like 83 years old, and he had these big knots on his leg. And I told her to make a tea out of Varagon. No, he had to take Varagon and make a tea out of white oak. And we wrapped his leg in white oak, and then he kept on taking the Varagon. Within a month or two, all those knots was gone from his leg. And the lady was so excited. And high potency grapevine, that opens up your veins and arteries, and cayenne does too. And high potency garlic opens up your veins and arteries. But I hope you have learned something about the heart and circulation. Now you remember that you've got another 200 miles of veins when you're over 20 pounds overweight. And when they say feed the fat, we do feed the fat with that 200 miles. So we need to lighten up. And remember vitamin E, if you check your vitamin E level and see if you're low, because if it is, it will show high cholesterol, and you don't want that.